What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. and right now you tuned into World Combat Sports. What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. and right now you tuned into World Combat Sports.
Good morning, salute to everyone. WCS back on the boulevard once again. You already know, man. Big salute to the supporters first and foremost. Big shout out to Big Bulls and Boxing on deck. You already know in the building. What's good, OG? What's good with you, bro? What's good? What's good? You know, we got another hot one today. You know, some hot grease as always. I definitely have to address a situation that a lot of individuals are taking upon themselves to just be opportunists and feel the need to, you know, just talk whatever they feel like. You know, people have freedom of speech, but more often, you know, you hear people just on here just talking and creating thumbnails and titles and all this shit, and they ain't never covered no fighter. They ain't never covered no fighter on a consistent basis. But it's easy for them to, you know, throw people under the bus, man, put that shit in reverse, back up, put it in drive on them again, and it's just messed up. It's real messed up. So I want to explain some things that I've been hearing in the media from certain channels and all that. Let's go over some things, right? For a while now, a lot of people knew that Michael Williams Jr. was one of the fighters that was internal to Roy Jones Jr. stable down there in Pensacola, Florida. I mean, a lot of people knew that. We talking about going through the years where people knew that. They seen the media coverage. They knew he was attached to Roy Jones Jr. The regional cards he went, the photos, everything else on Fight Week. Williams, everybody know that Roy Jones was a part of that. That's what a team's supposed to do. They travel together and meet up. You know, people link them together. You know, when he's on deck, it brings a lot more people. You know what I'm saying? It brings a lot more people to come out and be in attendance to check out the fighter. Now, I remember back in the day when people wasn't even talking about, you know, 150. You know, the way they are supposed to giving him this fake love right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it like what it is, man. That's just me. Like, I'm just saying from a person, from a different standpoint, from the inside out, from what I know about my travels, right? There was many channels on here that knew he was fighting way before BOK Prime. And they didn't care to even, you know, cover or, act like they even knew him. All they was like, who he fought, who he hasn't fought, what he gonna be, what he ain't gonna be. Right? That's what you hear all the time when he was coming up. So the YTC didn't pay too much attention. They know who was covering. They know why WCS was out there covering. I used to post the pics all over here. I used to do videos and all that. Right? Like when people forget, you gotta freaking remind them, because you can. When you don't put the hours and the work in like that, you can remind them. You don't need no permission. You can remind the haters that's been on YouTube since that test of time that they was never speaking about the young man anyway. But all of a sudden, this saga goes down, and you think you're gonna throw Roy Jones under the bus just because it feels good to you. See, that's the unprofessionalism that goes on with some of these channels that's opportunists. They didn't give a fuck about 150 when he was out there. He was undefeated, and he was out there going from card to card to card, and Roy Jones is out there. They didn't give a fuck. All they wanted to do is hate. Oh, they didn't like WCS. Then they wanted to say something about King Williams or his dad, being braggadocious or garrulous, and then they wanted to make a point like that. But they did see the media. It just happens that way. They'll look at the media and they won't say anything. They won't say anything. The only time, that I even told his pops, I said, hey, y'all should get on YouTube a little bit more so YouTube wasn't their thing. He said YouTube wasn't their thing, but he started doing a little bit more YouTube prior to this MSG. You know what I'm saying? Prior to the MSG situation where he had to fight John Bowser. So, that was a good thing in a way, where the opportunities came out once again and they wanted to be a part of something. They said, oh, yeah, talk about this, then, how does training go and all that. See, the one thing that I want to make a huge point on is that WCS don't have to be the first. Y'all was busy worried about why I haven't did a video and why I haven't been talking about this fight heavy. I didn't have to. I could wait to the week of the fight and have an interview. I've been all around with this team. I've been there. I've been down to Roy Jones' place. I slept down that motherfucker. I've been everywhere on the road with Team Williams. I've been there. I was in New York when they fought John, but I was there. I don't have to compete and line up with y'all and come out the blocks and try to be the first to get this story. Y'all niggas actually believe you doing something on a fighter that you didn't give a fuck about. Y'all didn't give a fuck about this dude, 3 or 4 fights ago. Y'all didn't care. All of a sudden, he goes up there, he about to fight Bowser, and all of a sudden people want to be like, well, let me take this opportunity, Cano Loco. Let me take this opportunity to try to make it about himself and his channel, and then bash Michael Williams, right? And that's exactly what he did. Start shit. You know what I'm saying? Started shit. That's basically what he did in a nutshell. That's what I'm saying. Nobody was talking about this shit but me. And then when I tried to boost up the fight on YouTube was MSG, Conor wanted to take it and make it about himself. But guess what? Leading up to this fight, all of a sudden, he want to act like he mending wings and coming up with this fake ass damn narrative that he the one that was damn giving up. No, you wasn't doing shit, bro. You wasn't doing shit. I still got the screen record when you was up there last and with Knockdown 68 boxing, and y'all was laughing at how Williams lost. None of you niggas on here was really covering him at all hard like that. Now all of a sudden this saga breaks out where he was supposed to step in there with BLK Prime next week, and his jaw get broken, and y'all trying to throw Roy Jones under the bus. Y'all all of a sudden care. Y'all have this damn caregiver mentality that let me look out the microwave. Oh, how's he doing? Oh, let me come to the rescue. Fake as hell. This shit is fucking fake as fuck, man. I just sat back and looked at it all. I just sit back. I don't have to compete with any of y'all. There's nothing to compete with. I've been doing my thing regardless. You know what I'm saying? I've been over there in NYC with Team Tucker. Y'all busy ain't saying too much anything. What, y'all gotta wait for the next fight? Because WCS takes it upon himself to take the initiative to go out here in the trenches on the front line to get, cover these fighters. Yes, at one point in time I was with Team Williams heavy. Still got respect for the team. Time is what it is. Time changes certain things. It is what it is. But I don't have to compete with none of y'all. Nobody on this YouTube has more footage than I do on 150. Period. And you may say to yourself, "Who gives a fuck?" He this, he's that. He's look. His career ain't over. He only has one loss. Getting a broken jaw in sparring doesn't mean you took a loss. That means you wasn't medically fit to step in the ring and fight next week. But I hear all you people, and Fanon, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You never even came close to even giving a damn about who this fighter was, and you're sitting up here talking about who you talked to, and you talked to a multi-time champion. Talk to somebody who's been there. I've been there when they had sparring. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there when they had sparring. Y'all up here trying to act like, well, and why was you doing this and why was you doing that? How many gyms have you been in there? Smelt the sweat, the funk, the musk. How many gyms have you sat there and went through a sparring session? Have you seen anybody notable down in Roy Jones Jr. camp? Have you seen anybody spar? Because I have. Y'all sitting up here acting like a legend like Roy with William Sr. is just there. And he's going to put a big ass dude in there. Don't know what size gloves he has on. And he's gonna just say, nope. I'm going to put him in there. I know it looks bad, but listen to me. I don't know the entire story because I wasn't there this time. What I can tell you is that in the ring, Williams has fought bigger guys with no headgear, and his jaw wasn't broken. I don't know the situation on how his jaw was broken this time around. All I know, I've been on the road. I've been there. I've been to his fights. I know a lot of things about him fighting bigger guys. I don't know the situation with the sparring partner that he had this time. But what's fucked up is you get these individuals that just come up here and create false ass narratives, right? Fanon don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He want to talk about spit bucket and all that. Correa ain't never covered no freaking Williams fight. When has IOTBA been on the road? IOTBA was doing more hating on me when I was covering Williams, when I was over on Facebook, than anything. He should have been worried about maintaining freaking spot with Team Spence. That's what he should have did. That's what he should have did. You know what I'm saying? You can go out here and get all these channels with the viewers, but none of them gonna say they got more footage than WCS. It don't have nothing to do with motherfucking views and freaking subscriptions when you're there physically with the team. All that shit they talking don't mean nothing. Y'all can create this scenario about Roy sabotaging Team Williams. His dad don't play that. His dad is there with eyes. His, William Sr. is there to see what's going on. Something happened. He was there. He seen the sparring session going on. Come on. This is not anything brand new. This is nothing brand new, y'all. How many professional wins does he have? He's not sitting at double digits. So you making all these claims that, yeah, I spoke to so-and-so. You ain't spoke to shit, bro. If you spoke to another fighter that's a multi-time world champion for none, that don't mean shit. That fighter wasn't there. That fighter wasn't traveling with the team. And has he been to sparring sessions with Roy Jones? Have he been there? Do you know how he act, how he starts up his training sessions, his remediation process, what his routine and fundamentals is? Do y'all niggas know that? Or y'all just want to get on YouTube and make thumbnails and act like you know? Nigga, y'all ain't put in no fucking time on the road. You ain't did shit. I don't give a fuck. about any one of you niggas calling in to these purposes talking about, yeah, you know, acting like these other channels has more catalog than I do on this situation. I don't give a fuck about that. Because everybody knows you can talk all this shit behind the screen, but none of y'all niggas are in the gym really taking pictures, doing video, editing them, and putting them out. Well, all of a sudden, 150 is important to y'all motherfucking damn live stream now. Before then, when I was posting all those pictures, y'all didn't give a fuck. He wasn't doing nothing. Y'all was just trying to get who? Hey, breaking news, they was trying to get who? Roy Jones Jr. That's all they wanted on YouTube. They was hitting me behind the scenes when I did the Roy Jones interview. See, one thing they have to understand, I'm not them. When I did the Roy Jones interview, I asked for him and his fighters to be on here. I asked for him and his fighters. So you had Williams Jr., you had Fernando Bunch, you had Andrew Murphy. All his fighters. I just didn't ask. Oh, hold on. Roy, I want you on here, Roy. I just want you. I want to talk to you. No, I had all fighters on there. Then people started hitting me up on the D. Hey, man, I want to know, can you give me an interview with Roy Jones? No, I can't. I can't get you an interview with him. Because you can get an interview with 150. Oh, no, they didn't want no interview with 150, though. Because he wasn't important. All of a sudden, he becomes important when he's facing Adrian Broner. The same freaking look. They can't make up their fucking mind. When Terrence Crawford was fighting, they was bashing the shit out of BOK Prime. They didn't want to hear shit to do with it or any of that. And then when Adrian Broner fights, and Michael Williams Jr. pops into it as the third opponent, right? Now all of a sudden they involved. They embedded in the motherfucking media business. They want to talk about, oh man, you know, let's get this footage now. He's fighting Adrian Broner. Let's all bond together and show support. Where were y'all? Like where were y'all all these months ago, dog? Where were y'all when we was in North Carolina before it shut down? Cause you look at the thumbnail, yeah, it was nice like that, man. Where were y'all? Y'all niggas was busy up here, wasn't giving a damn about anything. Busy up here talking shit, just like you usually do. Don't cover any fighters heavy. Don't know what a gym look like. Busy want to dog out channels. You know what I'm saying? That's not on your social media status quo. Now you think WCS is just gonna let this shit ride with all y'all motherfuckers pushing the narrative. I've been around Roy Jones enough in many places. It's not one time I can say he was shady. If there was questions to be asked, okay, he's a trainer. He's a person that can oversee that. And then also you have his father. Okay, if they had a conversation, they were speaking back and forth, you know, about whether Williams should be in the fight, whether he shouldn't be in the fight. Why y'all coming up here saying that he tried to pull him out the fight, and just because they wasn't willing to pull out the fight, all of a sudden Roy comes up with this freaking grand scheme to sabotage Williams Jr. I mean, that's fucked up. Williams Jr. a good dude, bro. Like he's a good dude. Why would Roy, who has kids, right? Why would he want to go up here and sabotage? Why would he want to go up here and sabotage a fighter that's been with him several years along with other fighters in that camp? Why would he want to do some shit like that, bro? That shit don't make no sense to me. All y'all niggas know everything just based off one situation. But none of y'all took that for him when he was fighting in a whole nother state. I ain't see none of y'all niggas out there. I didn't see none of y'all. But all of a sudden, you so interested in how you got broken. Man, it's pitiful, bro. It's pitiful. Y'all niggas want to know where and how you want to be seen didn't give a fuck about who was, what he had going on, and who he was fighting. That's real talk. Now all of a sudden he's sabotage and trying to put Roy as a token trainer. He's a motherfucking boxing legend, man. Y'all ain't had the opportunity to sit down and chill and hear him talk boxing, or hear him just joking around, or just how he act, how his behavior is in training camp when he's training his fighters, the respect that he put into his fighters, the respect that he gets when he's on deck. I've seen it. I've walked from the front door of Vegas to the back door of Vegas with Roy. I was in Vegas when Michael Williams was there on fight night, and his pops wasn't even there. He was up there training with Roy in his gym that he had in Vegas. The only media guy that was in there, because I posted several pictures, the only media guy that was in there was me. Nobody paid for my shit. I went up there on my own. I was the only media guy. It was me, 150, and Roy. That's the only people that was in the gym. I ain't see none of you niggas on YouTube calling, oh, let me see. I post the pics on IG. Niggas don't like them. Niggas don't pay no attention to him. But all of a sudden he wanna, he's valuable now when he fight. He has a fight coming up at MSG. And Conor want to take it upon himself after I talked his ass behind the scene and say, hey, let's free promo this fight. And he want to be a snake about it and make it about him. Not only that, he wanted to email the team and talk all this cash shit about me, all this bullshit about me. So when I got there in NYC, the team felt some type of way about me. But when it all came down and said, at the end, I was still down there in the lobby dolo. And they came over, hey, how you doing? Hi. Nothing on Bowser. Bowser's cool, man. But it's the snakes like Conor that sit up here and did what he did and made it worse than what it should have been. People want to send racist shit on my phone from his team. And I asked him in front of his wife, hey, what's this? Oh, we apologize. That person. Why they have to come to that? Because Conor was talking shit. I never talked shit about Bowser. But when he was fighting the MSG, then nobody really want to even say anything until he lost. Conor up there joking around on the live stream, disrespecting the man. Like, disrespect. I told y'all he was going to get knocked out. I told you he was going to get knocked out. Well, guess what, Conor? You was the same one up there talking to Senior, trying to act like, oh man, if it wasn't for us, you a motherfucking lie, nigga. I'm the only one that was pushing that shit on here. You wasn't hosting and bigging up Junior. You wasn't saying a motherfucking thing. You was hoping he'd get knocked out. You was on here laughing with that other bitch ass light skinned nigga knockdown boxing. A nigga that don't cover no fights, can't even leave the house, a full blown goddamn alcoholic. Y'all wasn't saying, he wasn't doing nothing but laughing at the young kid. Yeah, you were. See, Senior, he might have a better heart than me. I remember you was laughing. How all the times he got knocked down, you was up here laughing, nigga. You didn't give a fuck about that kid. You didn't give a fuck about him. You were saying, I told you he was going to get knocked out. And then I see you on the live talking about, hey, Senior, if it weren't for me and you, I want to thank you. If it weren't for, man, shut the fuck up. You want to talk about sabotaging something? You was up here sabotaging and damn blemishing that dude's name, bro, after he took that loss at MSG. You weren't bigging him up and maintaining sportsmanship. You was on motherfucking live stream when that light-skinned hoe called into your motherfucking shit and y'all laughing about that. Yeah. Y'all was laughing that he was knocked down and lost to Bowser. But I didn't see the same energy when Bowser got his ass beat by Hitchens. I didn't hear you up here, having the same smile on your face talking shit. Nigga, you was a liar. What makes it so bad, you want to go on social media. If it was all about Williams, quote unquote, 150, you want to go on social media and tell me, I'm still fucking working. Me and Showtime up in the rafters working, right? This nigga up here still talking about, oh, I'm on IG. WCS owes me $100 bet. This nigga talking about $100 bet. It's supposed to be all about Michael Williams, right? But he's talking about $100 bet, nigga. $100 bet. Oh, I won my bet. WCS haven't paid. So then I got to tell you the whole shit, not to get off topic. I need to tell you the whole shit, right? He says I owe him $100. Senior, without me knowing, pays $50. $50, half of the bet. I didn't know this. He called me up and said, hey, I was on Conno's Land Live. Him coming on Conno's Live don't have shit to do with me. If he wanted to come over there and communicate with you, that's him. He wanted to communicate with you. You still a scumbag, period. So therefore, he paid the $50 and I didn't know. So he's still ranting and raving like this nigga need the goddamn $100 to buy some crack, dog. WCS ain't paid me. I thought it was about Williams, though. I thought it was about 150. I thought it was about the fighter that you was building up. Hey, Senior, I just want to, Senior, I just want to thank you because without me and you, nobody wouldn't have been talking, man. Shut the fuck up. That's all lies. This nigga begging about for 50 freaking dollars, which I paid him in 2 days. When I returned back, I had to catch a flight from NYC back, get settled in. I wasn't going to do anything like on your command. I had other shit going on. I was busy. I paid him on your live. But in the meantime, he's busy running over here to BFTB. I thought it was all about Williams. You going up here running the BFTB, and he's up here running like I can't pay $50. And I try to bet this nigga some money. He say, oh, you can't even pay Conno $50. This how these niggas be rolling, bro. Oh, you can't even pay Conno $50. They spread the rumor that I can't pay off of that, but I thought it was about 150 though. Was it about your motherfucking bet, or was it about the fighter? What was the deal? You was full of shit, nigga. Y'all didn't give a fuck about 150 at all. Y'all didn't give a fuck about covering. You got, this is a nigga that had a number of Puerto Rican fighters in his intro. And I'm the one that called him out on that. So what he do? He get mad and pouty and throw a temper tantrum and put Michael Williams Jr. in his intro being knocked down by Bowser. But all of a sudden, he's on live recently talking about, hey, Senior, if it wasn't for me and you, bigging up Michael Williams Jr., nobody, he put Williams in his motherfucking intro, continue to get, knocked down by Bowser. Karma is a motherfucker, ain't she? Because Bowser goes up in there trying to talk that shit to Hitchens, and Hitchens goddamn beat your ass. He whooped your ass. And I didn't see any of that shit from Conno on there if he was so concerned about Williams. You should have turned around and said, hey, Bowser, it's your turn now. I got a call. I know I got you on my intro, all Puerto Rican, right? And then he up there trying to explain to William, only reason I put it because of WCS, and I just put that up because he was nigga, I wasn't talking shit. I told you on the phone call, let's me and you build up the fight with Michael Williams and Bowser. You up here lying to the people, being the snake with all the motherfucking scales, and you're sitting up here trying to pretend like you had a part in building up that fight. Moving on past this nigga, right? Nigga whining about $100 motherfucking dollars. Moving on to this situation that's going on. I hear and see everything. Fernando know what the fuck he talking about. He up here always trying to get some analytics like he's in a courtroom. Nigga, you're unemployed. You're not even licensed in your state. The shit you talking about don't make sense. You never covered this young man, period. You never even gave a damn to cover this man before now. So all of a sudden you have all the itinerary for what goes on in the camp. Have you been down there to the camp? Do you even know how it looks when he started up warming his fighters up during training camp? Have you even had a conversation, a dialogue with Roy? Because I can tell you this, when I was putting his pictures out on IG and you hoe ass fake niggas that's on here that never would show no appreciation for somebody who covered boxing, you know what this tells me? He was with Roy Jones then, and it didn't fucking matter to y'all. It didn't matter. Roy Jones, y'all didn't freaking give no appreciation. Y'all didn't show no, oh man, can I get you on here? Can I just have an interview? No, they had to be attached to somebody else. This nigga get mad at me, not something I did to Kano, but he get mad when we had a situation where they was calling out Devin Haney. He gets mad at me now because he's rocking with Team Haney. He gets mad at me and make it personal. What was Team Williams then? You didn't give a fuck about covering him then. You was busy taking sides like always. For now, you steady want to talk about other shit where you done heard this. Okay, listen, you can mention all that other damn criteria that you hearing from a third party. But I'm the one that was around them. I was on the road. It's fucked up that y'all trying to sit up here and come to your own assumptions that Roy Jones would sabotage Michael Williams. A kid now. A young man, not a kid. A young man. He is somebody's child, though. He gonna sabotage him like this is Creed 6. Hey, man. Roy Jones sabotaged the fight. He put him in there with a behemoth of 160 pounds. How do we know he was 160 pounds? Was anybody present when they weighed the scales? How did he know? How do we know? And let's not act like certain fighters like Tank. Certain smaller fighters always spar bigger fighters that's way heavier than that. But all of a sudden, y'all trying to make it seem like Roy Jones is incompetent. If you ever been in a fight camp, are you trying to tell me the week before fight week, fighters aren't sparring? I mean, you might get sparring in like Monday and Tuesday, right? You know what I'm saying? You trying to tell me on the week prior, fighters ain't sparring? Not only that, do y'all even know if it's a template across the board? Like, how many rounds did they spar? What round did this happen in? Was he sparring anybody else before that? Was that a fresh sparring partner? For none, you want to talk about sparring gloves. Sparring gloves. What was the ounce of sparring gloves, man? Do you know if they were 16 to 18 ounces? You didn't even mention headgear. Were they sparring with no headgear, bro? Because not everybody spar with headgear. I'm just being honest with you. I'm surprised you didn't include that. He had no headgear and he was just taking punches flush to the jawline. Did he have headgear on? You up here trying to act like Roy of all people. Fanon tried to insinuate that they had some cheap ass sparring gloves. Do you believe a person that has a gym on his property and trains several freaking fighters, do you think he would be dumb enough and uneducated enough, being a former multi-time world champion himself who now trains fighters, do you think he would use the cheapest gloves and fuck his fighter up? Do you think he's not going to double check? Do you think he doesn't have people around him? Or better yet, do you think Williams Sr. hasn't been around boxing long enough to say, why are you using these gloves? Huh? If someone sees a glove, right, and it's some cheap ass motherfuckers, and you saying to yourself, you're not going to ask the question, this is naturally, why are you using these gloves, man? Aren't these known, pretty thin? Yeah, they don't have that much padding in them. You know what? You're trying to insinuate that he was using some cheap ass gloves. Man, you're a habitual liar. You're pitiful, bro. It's despicable how y'all sit up here and change up on motherfuckers. And y'all want to sit up here and run Roy Jones' name through the mud like he intentionally did something, all because he got fired, all because he's no longer the trainer. All of a sudden he ain't shit. Nah, that's bullshit. I'm gonna stand on my motherfucking honor on that. I've been around him too many times, and I respect him as a fighter and a man. Period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no fucking way, man. Y'all gonna sit up here and turn like how do y'all do that? You wasn't fucking with 150 to beginning, but now this is a controversial topic because of the headlines that's broke and the saga that's ongoing, and now all of a sudden you want to be in Williams' defense, and y'all niggas wasn't even giving a fuck about this kid. It was pictures posted all over IG back in the day. Man, y'all wasn't liking, y'all wasn't asking him to come on here for an interview only until he had to fight at MSG. And I tried to build it up, but, unfortunately it didn't happen. But after the fight, his dad showed up. He didn't run away. He showed up, gave some of y'all what you wanted. And then, okay, in between time, no one gave a fuck. They weren't asking, hey, is there any way, you can get Williams on here, see what he got coming up, see what's next, this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, Adrian Broner, opportunity arise, he get put on the card. Everybody, hey, Williams. Oh, man, I've been knowing about you forever, but I never liked any one of your pictures. I didn't do a live specifically with you. I just didn't think it was important. I seen you out there though. Yeah, I seen you all the time. And they'll give some other channel. I seen this channel. I seen that channel. And then, if they cool with WCS, they say, oh, I seen WCS, man. He posted footage on you, but it wasn't too clear. I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't really see what picture he posted and all that. Nigga, please. Y'all crazy, dog. This shit is crazy, man, just to sit up here and try to throw Roy under the bus, man. Man, fuck y'all and anybody who trying to do that shit, man. Y'all haven't been around that man. That man never gave me the indication that he's a damn a sneaky, unscrupulous individual, bro. Like he wanted to be one of those damn Decepticons that competed in the sport at the highest level, but now all of a sudden, he wants to go out here and sabotage his fighters. Come on, bro. That's fucked up. Y'all know it's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. All of you up here is trying to downplay him as a trainer because of Eubanks being stopped and what Williams faced at MSG. Dude, you know how difficult it is to train fighters? Not every dang superstar legend like Roy Jones is training fighters, y'all. A lot of the best trainers was not on that level. Not everybody can be Buddy McGirt. Not everybody can be McGirt. And shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Camet was on deck, man. True Meters today. USA Boxing on deck. My guy Town Beers on deck. What's good? The least attorney never knows what he's talking about. Why the father say Roy Jones is not training my son no more? They said Roy wanted Michael Williams to pull out, and fam said no, so he put him in there with the bigger guy. So it seems like that's a statement that's out in the media. This is what I can say about the hearsay. First and foremost, that's hearsay. Do we have audio? That's hearsay. I'm gonna be honest. That's hearsay. Yeah, it sounds good to link all that shit up together, but that's hearsay. Once again, I never got that vibe from Roy. All of a sudden, he want to sabotage 150. I've been there when he told that man at the table, he say, you know what, I like this fight tonight. It seemed like you turned the corner on certain things that we've been teaching and everything. You know what, I mean, He gave that man his love. He was looking at him in his eyes and told him that shit. But y'all niggas up here just creating these storylines. You ain't never had a moment where you heard that man tell one of his fighters some genuine shit. If Senior chose not to have him as a trainer no more, let him explain it. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do an interview sooner or later. Let him explain this shit. But me, I'm speaking for myself. Nah, nigga, y'all ain't gonna sit up here and goddamn try to run him over after all he did in his career, and then think as a trainer just because he doesn't have all these superstars. Look at Floyd Mayweather. What all the superstars at for Floyd? Just because he's still boxing? What are all these champions at? Where are all these champions at? I'm serious. Where's all the champions? Y'all not really criticizing Floyd. You know, Roller Romero is one of his fighters. Lost to Tank Davis, knocked out. And then about to get another title shot. Williams didn't get that opportunity. 150 ain't get that opportunity. He didn't sit up here and get a title shot, right? Get knocked out and then get thrown in there because of Roy. Hey, Roy hooked that up. What if it would have been 150? He loses a title shot, get knocked out cold. You know what I'm saying? And then get an immediate title shot. Will y'all put a motherfucking live stream up about that? I don't see y'all in haste doing that with Floyd Mayweather. For real. But y'all quick to sit up here and take Roy Jones and say, oh, he's doing. Y'all are not even criticizing Floyd Mayweather the same energy. The shit y'all hear that's going on with Rolly, y'all know it's fucked up. He even going to a different division. But y'all turn around and say, oh, Roy don't know what he's doing. He sabotaged the fight, this, that. You've had 2 previous opponents. Now all of a sudden, somebody paid him off. That's fucked up, man. Somebody paid. Y'all saying somebody paid him off. Y'all have to understand, a lot of that shit is hearsay. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute to you, OG. How you feeling? Key Mitch on deck. What's good, Chef on that? Somebody did mention that every time AB comes out and says something about PBC, something negative happens afterwards. That has been looking like the case. Okay, once again, let me break this down. Let me break this down again to the people. And it's nothing to anybody in the chat. I'm just reading, all right? I'm on that energy, right? To peep this out. Something happened. Okay, so we had Ivan Redcatch, who I told y'all initially, we didn't want him down here in Atlanta because he quit on Reach's Progress and Triller when they fought on in Mercedes-Benz. He quit. We didn't want to see him down here on freaking BOK Prime fighting freaking Adrian Broner. We didn't want to see that shit. Let's go to Henry Lundy, who's locked into a contract with Red Boxing International over in the Nevada Athletic Commission. He was locked into a contract. This dude finds out they're looking for an opponent since Ivan Redcatch was pulled, so he takes it upon himself to try to play the system. So in order to get out of a fight, you have to what? You go out, and then everything else as far as the documentation comes into play. We'll talk. Hold on for a second. So with Henry Lundy, he was locked into a boxing contract, right? And he thought he could make more money over there at BOK, which he would have. He decides to try to pull out with a cut, which, of course, they said, okay. So whatever happened with him and that promoter over there, with his fight being the main card, right? You can't fuck around like that. Everybody know who actually go to fights or go to gyms. They know how that process works. So he said he had a cut, pulled out the fight. No main event for that promoter. Then he starts doing interviews with Adrian Broner. You think they're going to let that slide? What does Al Heyman have to do with that shit? No, hold up. What does Al Heyman have to do with that? If you said you had a cut and then turn around, you about to fight the next month. What does Al Heyman got to do with that shit? He pulled out the damn go get some money elsewhere, but yet he was contractually bonded with Red Boxing International. How does that work? Boxing is a business, right? There's no way he was gonna get off scotch-free. So they shut him down. They red flagged him. They suspended indefinitely. You can't do that shit. You can't do that. You can't say, "Oh, I got a cut. I'm out to fight." Even though the fight date was the 25th of February, he had several weeks. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. I'm listening to Michael Williams Sr. on Breaking Beats and Mark Nash right now. Dude said sparring partner was not some bigger middleweight fight. Mike said he was 140, 45 pounds, but taller. Hey, like I told you, Mitch, I already told you what I told you. I told you he wasn't no 160 pound dude, but people running with all the damn false ass narratives and shit like that, they can say what they want, man. They can say what they want. Period. They can say what they want. Why would Roy Jones put a 160 pound guy on fight week and Adrian Broner is the designated weight limit is 147, bro? Why would he put 160 pounds? What is he proving? Adrian Broner is supposed to weigh in at the limit of 147. Why would he go get a bigger guy the week before? See, it doesn't make any sense, man. It's just hatred. It's just them trying to sit up here and find an scapegoat, and they feel it's easy to do that with Roy because all of a sudden they want to act like pretentiously they're supporting 150. You ain't never supported that man for nothing. A lot of y'all. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all up here making up lies and shit, bro. He said sparring partner's 5'11". I mean, his 150 is 6 feet, like 5'11", 6 feet, something like that. All this weight shit, it doesn't make any sense to even talk about it. I was making a point of this 160 pound. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Hey, anybody can interview what they want. It don't make. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to understand. Y'all have to understand one thing. None of these cats have been around the world and know what they know about this situation, that sparring session, this training session, and all this other shit. They can say what they want, but none of them can goddamn give you footage of been down there several times when he was in training camp. I can. So I don't need all this YouTube shit. I already know. I'm going off what I've seen. I'm going off what I've seen. They're not gonna tell me that Roy is this guy that automatically, became this damn ominous individual, and he's out there to put 150 in jeopardy. I just don't know. There's no way you're gonna convince me of that. No way. There's no way, bro. There's no way. There's no way you're gonna convince me. I've seen this man in private. When we was in the gym with just him, and I seen him down at the gym. When Williams wasn't even down there. I was down at his gym for a sparring session when Team Williams wasn't even down there. When Eubanks and all these other guys, they had an incredible sparring session, bro. Come on, bro. You can't convince me. You can't freaking convince me on what I know. You can have 100 interviews. These content creators, it don't negate the fact on how much footage I have. Period. I have on-site footage, on-site when he fought, on-site when he was training. Man, I've been there, done that, bro. I've seen freaking Roy Jones. It's all these damn thumbnails, man. It's disrespectful. For real, it's disrespectful, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's disrespectful. Disrespectful, man. DS, what's good? Dude, act like I ain't speak. Dude, I spoke to Senior already, man. I spoke to him already, man. You know, these niggas busy want to worry about and hit me in the DM to my, hey, what's going on? You know, nigga, mind your fucking business, dog. Like y'all can't, if it's anybody that y'all can't sit up here and bring up like I'm naive to who Team Williams is, it's me. You can't come at WCS. You can come at me on some other shit, but not this, bro. People want to have the breaking news, but you couldn't break your ass and get behind the wheel and drive to one of his fights. I ain't on that damn nice time today. I ain't on that nice time. Niggas always want to say they covering the sport. They doing this. How many other fighters have you got in the car, got on a plane, and went out there and covered and showed support? How many did you have in your catalog that you got in your vehicle, got on a plane, and went over there and showed support? Not just all of a sudden the opportunities present itself. I want to cut the mic on, cut the ring light on, and now I want to talk about fucking boxing. How many has been on the front lines? I don't give a fuck about views and subscribers. What your catalog look like as far as you going and traveling, hitting the exits, and going up here covering these fighters on more than one occasion. I'm talking about not going to one of their fights, just chilling. I'm talking about requesting media credentials to cover the fight, whether it be a wristband or shit hanging off your neck. I had credentials to the BLK fight. I know people. It wasn't through Team Williams either. I was good. I had no problem saying I got the receipts to prove it. I had no problem showing up to that fight this week coming up. No problem. What's going on, Pop? Salute to you. He said they always pick and choose who, what, when, and why to be outraged. How can you be outraged, people? How can you be outraged? How can you be outraged? These people all of a sudden concerned about sparring. Now, first of all, let's factor in some things. Everybody in the room experienced, even the fighters that was there, they experienced enough to know what equipment looks like. From the trainers to the fighters, they understand what the equipment look like. They understand there's some bogus ass used ass gloves. You know, they put them on. Hey man, these motherfuckers are fucked up. Or okay, they good to go. It's not gonna be no oops. Oops. Oh shit. Oops. No, that's not gonna happen, bro. Why would he want to have this situation play out on his property and act like it gives any indication that it's malicious? Like this, all of a sudden he was paid off. Who would pay him off to do that? Like real talk, like this man don't have kids himself. You actually believe he would accept payment to sabotage a fight? But let's speak some truth, right? And Senior tell you this. Let's speak some truth, right? Since these niggas believe that doing interviews and everything, that's all you need, instead of getting your ass into a vehicle behind the wheel, getting on a flight, right? Roy didn't want him fighting John Bowser. They didn't speak about that because they didn't know shit about it. Roy didn't want him fighting John Bowser. Roy didn't want him fighting John Bowser. Why was Roy? Roy wasn't in MSG. He said, don't take the fight. But they wanted to take the fight. Were y'all sitting up here? Oh, Roy's trying to stop 150 from greatness, from stepping on MSG. He's trying to hold Williams back. I didn't hear these niggas behind the mic then. I didn't hear y'all talking about that shit. Where were y'all then? He didn't want him fighting John Bowser. He wanted him to wait a little bit, be patient, continue to build up your record, you know, become better as a fighter, this, that, and the other. He didn't want him fighting John Bowser. That's a fact. That is FACTX. Did y'all jump on here then and say, oh man, Roy's trying to sabotage him. He don't want to see him grow. He don't want him to have a big fight. This is his time to have a big fight against Bowser? Who is Balzerfeld? He was undefeated just like Mike. He ain't really fought nobody special. Like, where was the outcry? What was the fucking outcry though, y'all? It wasn't an outcry because y'all didn't pay attention. Y'all didn't give a fuck for knowing anything about that. All you know is you had hating ass Kano over there talking about, man, I'm gonna tell you, when it come down to it, dog, Michael Williams Jr. getting knocked out, man. I'm telling you, man, Michael Williams Jr. getting knocked out. It worked out all bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about for Kano. Because all the hate he had in seeing Williams get up for multiple knockdowns, at least he tried. He kept getting up. He was getting outperformed, outclassed, outworked. He tried. But none of that was it. Oh, man, I told you. to a motherfucker that ain't never goddamn trained shit. I told you were going to get knocked out. Oh, who is this on TV in Florida? Who is this? Oh, it's Kano. I didn't see the outcry from the YouTube channels then. See, it's a difference. They might not have liked the pictures that I had on the IG, but they seen the motherfuckers out there. And just for them not to want to show attention and show respect to 150, that's how petty they were. When we saw Kano on TV with his fighter in that amazing tracksuit he had, and saw his ass get spanked. Y'all wasn't up here with the outcry. Hey, Kano, what happened to your fighter? I didn't hear you calling up Knockdown 68 bum ass TV then. I didn't see y'all laughing on the phone. Hey, man, what happened to your fighter, dog? Dude got smashed, man. Dude got smashed. Are you even training him? Are y'all doing some virtual shit? Are y'all on Oculus Rift? Are you training your kid through Oculus Rift virtual appointments? I didn't see the outcry then. I didn't see y'all goddamn, hey, Kano, can we get an interview, man? We just want to show our support because we think you tried to sabotage your fighter. You put him in there with a guy who's obviously the A side and much more skilled than your fighter. And while he was beating the brakes off your fighter, not to mention people, come on, I can't make this shit off, y'all. I can't make this shit up. The fighter that his fighter was fighting was a Puerto Rican fighter. Wouldn't you know of the chances of him walking up out of there with a victory? Now, you want to talk about sabotage? Nigga, you want to talk about sabotage? You talk about sabotage? Y'all sitting up here believing that Roy's going to sabotage somebody in a fight like this. But y'all don't pay no attention to a fighter that Kano had fighting a Puerto Rican fighter that got his ass beat? Y'all don't show no damn interest in that? That's crazy, bro. That's real weird. You know, it's strange. But I expect it. I expect it from these motherfuckers on here. They pretenders. A lot of you motherfuckers pretenders on here. Y'all pretenders. Y'all won't go to a fight and put the work in and come home with motherfucking 13 and motherfucking photos and have to go through there and look for the money shot all because of a fighter. I had fighters hit me up behind the scene and ask me for pictures that I took on a goddamn fight card that was televised. They're not going to get that from the photographers that's getting paid for that promotion. Oh, is it okay for me to use your photo? No problem. Just cite me. Just cite me. That's it. Just cite me, bro. Fighters liking your shit, letting you know when they see you, hey, I like that photo. Appreciate that photo you did up, man. I appreciate it. That's all. That's all I need. That ain't clout chasing. If you putting in motherfucking work and you got to go through and find pictures, you got to find them, edit them, put them out there, make them look good. Come on, bro. Kano, put this fighter out there. Where was all the damn outcry? Hey, Kano, can we do an interview with your fighter and ask him what was his thought process knowing he was going in there with the guy who was A++ side? And he was from Puerto Rico, who Kano has, on his entire intro. No other fighter matters. Black, white, Mexican. No, you got to be from Puerto Rico. No other fighter matters until it was Michael Williams Jr. getting knocked down several times. And you want to talk about sabotaging. D-Lo on deck, what's good? Winky Wright, also a great fighter trainer. For sure, for sure. I mean, hey, put that shit out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit out there. Shout out to Winky Wright. Finally had the time to meet him. And knew the D-Lo for the $2 super chat, man. Many still mad at Roy anyway for picking. My fault. I'm about to get a new setup for real. You're right. You're right. That shit is no joke. The truth. All because he said he had to wait for him to fight somebody. And do you know that was before he fought Sean Porter? Do y'all hear me now? Am I good? I just dropped out periodically. Okay, cool. Do you know? Only thing he said, we haven't seen him fight nobody. He didn't get Kell Brook that check mark and say, okay, he fought Kell Brook now. That consummate everything. You know what I'm saying? He fought Kell Brook. Now, no, you're right. They did have that hatred for him, a Hall of Famer. It's funny how they had that hatred for Roy, but when B-Hop said the same thing, they wasn't even coming at B-Hop like that. When all these other legends like James Toney said it, they weren't coming at James Toney like that. But they find it easy to come at Roy Jones Jr. though. It's always a reason to the madness now. They had a reason to goddamn come at Roy the way they did. Real. He said about how they blaming Roy if easy. It's called judgment. It's called finger pointing. You know what I'm saying? That's what these videos easy behind the screen. But they have sat their ass down in a fight camp and chill with the fighter. Kind of get an idea of what the conversation's like between him and his team. You know what I'm saying? What the vibe is like in the gym. All that shit. Seeing that fighter spar. You know how many sparring sessions I've been to that wasn't recorded? I've been to a lot. Sparring sessions I wasn't able to take a picture. You feel me? Like these people just going off popular. You know what I'm saying? Who's more popular? Who's more unpopular? Why is he unpopular? Well, he didn't like EJ, so we're never gonna like Roy anymore. How, dog? When Roy's in the building, people want a picture. Roy Jones moved the motherfucking room, dog. When he's on deck, people want to get close and take a picture with Roy Jones, man. They want to talk to him. They want to know, damn, this is the one and only Roy. All right, cool. Now, he chose to train fighters now. When he train fighters, they give him more scrutiny than they would give so-called Floyd Mayweather. For whatever reason, because Floyd's still active, I don't know. But Floyd has had fighters that was underneath his banner that lost. Floyd has said some controversial shit. Nobody's coming to him like that. But they find it easy to come up here with this bullshit with Williams talking about he's trying to sabotage. Man, bullshit, dog. Ignorance gonna always be here, bro. Look, okay, Cam. Cam said, teach me how to get credentials. I can't teach you how to get credentials, but I can tell you some areas that you need to have. You know, it's good to have some content out there on YouTube, first of all. And also it's good to have some type of area where you can get your content placed on a website or something like that. It takes a little bit of time. Now, of course, that's not requirements for everybody. It's some people just have a YouTube channel and Facebook and IG and they good. They don't even have a lot of subscribers, but I see them with full access because they know somebody. It's no teaching. You know what I'm saying? Either you know somebody or you actually have the work. You know what I'm saying? You have the content out there that they can look at. I'm not talking about live streams, okay? I'm talking about actual content of you going to fights, having video, interviewing individuals that's a part of that promotion, interviewing the fighters, interviewing the trainers, and posting the shit. Absolutely. Roy trained Perella really well for Harrison. Absolutely. You're right. But you know, I was at the fight when Perella took his first loss. He wasn't with Roy then, I don't think. When Perella took his first loss, I don't know if he was with Roy now. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was there when he took his first loss. Let me do some fact checking right quick. Y'all hold on. Let me do some fact. I'll tell you right now. Let me do some fact checking. And hit the like button for me, y'all. Let's see. Try to do some checking real quick. Because I always like to try to get the details. Okay. So he has 3 losses. And I was at the one February 2020. Pre-pandemic, he fought Abel Ramos in Nashville. I drove up there. I seen that wasn't his first, of course, but his last loss. So that's why I say I had to fact check my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what Caleb Plant fought Vincent Feigenboots. That's when, Perella took that loss. He was stopped. The same fight, also he took that loss against Diego Magnolino. That's why I had to do my fact check. I just wanted to make sure and what I was talking about. I think people just concerned about it because it's AB. If Williams got his jaw broke before any other fight, it wouldn't matter. True. But because it's AB and another missed opportunity, people got questions. Okay, so I understand people have this. They had this intuition, so to speak, right? And with this intuition, they're trying to build an introspective, as to what's really going on. They're trying to do their own investigation. I understand it. But like I said before, how did Al Heyman have to do? How did he have anything to do with that? How did Al Heyman have to do with Ivan Redcatch because Ivan is signed to who he signed to? Did they punish Ivan Redcatch for quitting against Regis Prograis when the video clearly showed that he wasn't hit in the nuts? But his people got mad at me and sent me shit on IG. Just by the way, you always talking about Ivan Redcatch every time you mention him on your live, and that's from his team. You say he quit. I was there. That's just my opinion. It's nothing personal against Redcatch, bro. But he was acting like he was hitting in the groin, and I guess I reiterate that shit because I was at the Crawford fight when Amir Khan quit. He hit Amir Khan on the thigh. It was almost reminiscent, the same scenario, bro. Amir Khan turned his back on Crawford, didn't want to acknowledge him because he was getting worked. He quit. Ivan Redcatch, he got hit. He was getting outworked by Regis. He didn't want to come. He didn't want to get up. They tried to get that man up. He didn't want to get up, and they gave him a stretcher, and the rest is what it is, bro. Yeah, but his people hit me up on IG. Tomorrow, you always say that Ivan quit and he didn't quit. I'll say, understood. I think he did. I mean, if you in the chat, let me know. I dropped the link so you can explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Last thing I heard was you reading my super chat. Yeah, that was an amazing tracksuit. That's what they want to say, but they really can't show you any. You know how many hours it take? Yeah, you know damn finances it take. You do it for the passion. If you fucking with a fighter, you do it for the passion and respect for who you going to support. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come with sacrifices. But I'm not gonna sit up here and have people like without commenting. Now they're gonna have their own way of believing what they want to believe or having some type of gripe and complain about what WCS is saying. But I'm telling you like this: if you saying that man is out here trying to be a motherfucking a Decepticon, now he's trying to be a slime ball of a trainer. He's trying to set his fighters up. Man, you're fucked up individual. No, hell no. Nobody's gonna convince me that's his mentality. And then to say, well, why are they sparring? Listen, bro. Do y'all know how much the dude weighed? He wouldn't put Junior in harm's way like that. He just wanted to make sure he was ready for this opportunity to go in there and give his best effort to fight someone as skilled as Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is a skilled 4 division champion. Just because he looked a certain way in his last couple of fights and pulling out with Omar Figueroa, really he's had 4 fight cancellations. But the niggas ain't gonna say shit about that. These motherfuckers weren't running up trying to get AB for an interview when he pulled out with Omar Figueroa. Then Ivan Redcatch and then Michael Williams. Oh, let's just point the finger at Michael Williams, and he already had 3 other fights pull out. Where he pulled out of the Omar Figueroa fight. The 2 after that, his opponents was dispersed. All the way up to Michael Williams Jr., which makes the 3rd with BOK. Come on, bro. Man, come on, man. I don't have to interview them. I already know. I already know. Real talk. I already know. Whatever. It is what it is, man. I'm just talking to the listeners, and I want y'all to understand. Don't sit up here and believe everything that you hear when I'm trying to defame. I'm talking about them as these YTC channels trying to defame Roy Jones' name because they're just going off all this exaggerated hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Just making up shit. just trying to put him in the most ugliest light possible, bro. And they ain't never been in the same room with a man like that. A lot of these dudes, they ain't been in the same room. If you listen to the way a lot of these channels talk about these legends, you ask yourself, why are you even supporting boxing? If you think all these guys that put in all that work, that came up through the old school, if they ain't shit, why are you supporting boxers? Why is every time that we turn on this motherfucker, right, they're having something negative to say about a boxer? It seems like boxing media thrives off ridiculing the fighter, ridiculing the trainer. So if you're encapsulating everybody in that group, and you barely have anything good to say about it, why are you even covering the sport? Cover another sport, man. Cover cricket, croquet. Cover something else. I'm just saying, because boxing is not what you want. Like, for some apparent reason, it's not what you want. It's too much. It's too much that you don't like, and you want to make it seem like storylines is all you need to sit up here and talk shit. No, WCS want to say, when the last time you been to a gym? That's you. When the last time you been to a gym, Fanon? You say you was the man and you know all this about boxing. How are you gonna know more than the person that's actually at the gym, bro? When the last time you went to a gym? Have you sat through an amateur tournament? Have you sat through an amateur tournament, bro? Have you sat through an amateur tournament? The youngins. Have you seen the youngins fight? Have you sat there and really paid attention of what goes on in the amateur ranks? You talk about you this damn big braggadocious person on you. You ain't shit on YouTube, bro. You just another channel that come up here and create damn false ass storylines and talk shit about one fighter all the time. You ain't did shit. When are you going to remove yourself and go to a fight? And next time, don't wear these penny loafers. Dude, get out, get in the gym so you can have a better understanding and respect. But when you make up these false narratives, man, and push these lies out there, you know what the fuck you talking about. You act like all it takes is to sit behind a mic and talk. Oh man, I call this person up. I call your shit is wrong. You up here trying to create this shit like, yeah, they'll listen to me. No, I'm gonna call you out on your shit, bro. Fuck whatever you thought you had correct and blue blood and all that, and you want to throw a little tantrum and pout like a big ass baby. Nobody give a fuck about that, and you want to sit up here and tell people, oh, you know, nobody can out debate me and this, that, and nigga, he just sat back and allowed you to point your finger to the mic. We're talking about true, real content. Nigga, you are on record as pushing false ass narratives, just like you doing about Williams. You ain't been to a single one of his fights, bro. Let's keep the shit real. You ain't been to one of his fucking fights. But all of a sudden you want to advocate for what Roy possibly could have did. You ain't been to one of his fucking fights, bro. I'm curious to know, like, which fight have you ever covered since you calling yourself one of these grand scale freaking channels? Like, when are y'all covering fights? Do y'all have a picture of covering some fights? Do y'all have a picture sitting in the gym? No, y'all want to go off status quo out this bitch and wait for moments like this so y'all can run and tell. So y'all can run and create a thumbnail and say, hey man, this is easy. You remember Roy didn't support EJ, right? He said that Terrence Crawford gonna beat EJ. This is the time, man. We're gonna talk shit about Roy. This is good. This is what we're looking for. This is what we've been waiting on right here. He's sabotaging his fighters, y'all. Yeah, that's what we've been waiting on. He's sabotaging his fighters, y'all. He put freaking 150 in harm's way before he goes in there. He was paid off. If he didn't feel like 150 was ready, then that's what it was. You can't say he didn't feel like 150 was ready, but the team, his family, thought whoever his team thought, yeah, we still want to take this fight. And then all of a sudden, Roy's gonna say, well, I'm gonna show you. That's not it, bro. And if you feel that way, you're a fucked up individual. You have ulterior motives to feel that way, just like I've gave you comparisons. You know what I'm saying? I've gave you legitimate comparisons as to why y'all didn't have an outcry for other people. Why y'all didn't have an outcry for Kano, who put his fighter in there with the fighter that was way better on a whole nother skill level. Y'all wasn't there jumping on his chat and say, dude, what are you doing? That's a black fighter. Do you even care about black fighters? I understand you don't have none in your intro, but you put him in there with a highly skilled Puerto Rican fighter. It seems like you sabotaged that man's fight. You sacrificed him, Kano. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all go over there and check Kano on that shit? Or y'all just said, oh, it's okay. He'll survive. I haven't seen him on TV again after that, but, you know, he'll survive. I didn't see the outcry. Oh, I guess because he's part of the cool crowd on the YTC. Y'all didn't want to check that nigga on taking his fight in there, getting his ass kicked. Okay, I got it. I got it. You know, I do. I got it. Real talk. I understand. I got it. But I hope everything is going well with 150. I hope he's healing well and everything, and he'll be back. He's still very, very young in life. You know what I'm saying? He'll be back. But WCS just had to put it out there. Like, I'm not about to present catalogs of countless places I've been, you know, to understand certain people's mentality. And Roy Jones never gave me that mentality that he's that type of dude. Never. I have an interview I did with Roy Jones on the phone. I had me put it out. Not on this situation, but another situation. Like I said earlier, I had Roy on my channel. While they always talk about niggas clout chasing, I said, Roy, can I talk to you and your fighters? Because I've been around them. I've seen freaking 150, of course. I've seen Andrew. I've seen Fernando. I even seen Shady. Hagler Jr. Him too. Why would I sit up here and act like they don't mean shit if it's all about views and shit? Why not just say, hey, Roy, I just want you on there? No, that's never been what I did in life. You know, I'm at a point right now, I'm going to talk my shit a little bit more because I did low crawl and go through the trenches. And niggas want to act like I never did it. No, I did it. I don't give a fuck about what you think about my channel. My shit's legit. It's trademarked. Nothing you can do about it. But niggas going around here that don't put work in, they always want to come up with false ass storylines and narratives. They don't respect the game. They don't respect the fucking game, yo. You can show them 1,000 motherfucking pictures of cats that's fighting on the regional circuit to amateur events that you did, all the way up to damn bare knuckle fighting. I posted the video of Lorenzo, who went in there in the main event and had a crazy potential knockout of the year, if you're talking about combat sports. I interviewed him before he was even a bare knuckle fighter. He tried out. That was in Florida. I covered several bare knuckle. Showtime, Top Rank, Golden Boy. But people always want to come up here and talk about, oh man, you ain't did shit. How can you figure that shit though? How y'all get mad when I sit up there, me and Showtime just be bullshitting and out there working? They get mad because I give that man his props, man. He's came a long way in a short distance. I got mad respect for him. You know what I'm saying? They've helped me out. Team Tucker me out. You know what I'm saying? We cool. But why is it when WCS travel outside the confines, right? and people are not really vested in supporting. Like, I'm not on here just demanding people, oh, I need for you all to meet this $500 goal because I gotta catch a plane over here to this. I never did that. They'll just see me over there. They say, oh, so-and-so's over there. That's another team where I was getting hate. How can you give hate when I was covering the fighter before he was professional? You can't give me hate, y'all. You can't make it about hate because you dislike another fighter or you want to bring up another fighter that you want to fight that fighter. You can't hate the media guy. That's crazy, bro. Like, that's simply crazy. The media guy, the one that's going all around doing media shit. We have other people that don't have anything to do with the situation that get angry about it. We don't like that. Ain't nobody paying attention to Jihad, right? He got down, split the ropes, and did what he did, man. LeBron James at the boxing game. And then all you do is hear people up here trying to take the damn slogan, trying to motherfucking hate on the kid, trying to say, you know, he ain't entertaining, he don't have power and all this other shit. But let's talk about the teams. About the team and what they do for you. Who can say a team does something for you because you did for them, y'all doing for each other? That's respect I have. Just like Team Williams, that's respect I have. I'm on over here covering all these fighters, but I've been mainly supporting Team Tucker lately. I don't need permission. I don't need no fucking permission, dog. I don't need permission to support any fighter. So when it comes down to channels on here just creating shit, where have you been all this time? Like, please, I would want to see you on deck outside of your home city. Because if you waiting for fights to come down here to Atlanta, well, you got to go to these small venues and support them. I don't even see y'all over there. I don't need nobody's permission to go there and get content, and then I'm editing them. I'm doing all that shit on my own and putting it out for the fighter. And by the way, shout out to Team Tucker, man. Shout out to motherfucking Team Tucker, man. Shout out to Showtime. He should be back in the cut, you know, powering up, you know, doing his live stream. Shout out to them. Shout out to damn Coach Tucker. I don't need no permission from nobody to cover whoever. I even have a Wayne Tony. I got some legends, bro. This ain't no different. I'm just coming to the defense of another legend. Roy Jones ain't fucking off like that, bro. He ain't sabotaging. He ain't going out here trying to be a damn individual where people want to look at him frowned up. Dude was robbed in the Olympics. And these hating ass, bitch ass hoe niggas on freaking YouTube, they don't even look back in the past. They not even old enough and mature to see that shit. This nigga was robbed in the Olympics, dude. So much to the point that him and Mayweather was both shedding tears. This man wanted to quit boxing from being robbed, dog. But now all of a sudden he completed his career. He's a legend. He went out there and did what he did. Multi-division world champion, multi-time, all that shit. And now all of a sudden y'all want to treat that man like, hey man, he ain't never been shit, dog. When it comes down to the Olympics, they made the right decision because of his morals and ethics. They was off. His moral compass was off. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all don't give a fuck, dog. Y'all don't give a fuck about these dudes, man. And then it brings into question on how you raise your own freaking family. This man got fucking robbed in the Olympics. And just because he don't support Errol Spence the way you want him to, y'all think it's right for you to sit up here and run a smear campaign on Bud Crawford all day, every day. And it's all about morals and principles? I mean, y'all some fucked up individuals, bro. Y'all are some fucked up individuals. You fucked up, your family fucked up, everybody. Especially if they dealing with you, because that don't make any sense. Y'all can run a smear campaign on another human being that's making sacrifices in the sport. Then y'all forget Roy Jones was robbed and what he did to basically put himself and separate himself from a lot of fighters of being great. And y'all just take it like, it was sad that Roy didn't want the fight and he ended up putting a bigger fighter in there. A bigger fighter like what? Like what? Who got the weight? Who was the fighter? Who was the motherfucking fighter? Who was the sparring partner? That's what I'm waiting for the news to come out. All y'all doing these interviews, ask who the sparring partner was. Don't beat around the bush. Everybody was there. What's the name of the sparring partner? That's who I want to interview. I want to interview the sparring partner. Just like I want to interview the sparring partner when Errol Spence was getting touched up. Somebody find me that guy. I want to interview him. Because I want to get his take and his assessment on what he's seen when he was in there. I want to get this infamous dude that was down there in Pensacola, Florida. What actually happened? Tell your story, brother. Please, do tell. What happened? If you're going to do interviews, like if you dudes on YouTube is going to do interviews and shit, ask the question. Who was the sparring partner? What's going on, Dub? He said, has Roy started training yet for the Pettis fight? I can't say he is motivated as he should be at this point. What do you think? Why wouldn't he? Look. Once again, and look, it's nothing against you, bro. And shout out for you to put it up on deck, man. First time. I don't know if you I haven't seen you over here before, but let me answer your question, okay? When you say motivated, I'm not sure what you're saying, because when you say motivated, did he look motivated when he was about to go in there and fight Tyson? Like, did he look motivated? Dude, I mean, what? Do you know how old Roy is? What is his facial expression supposed to be, my brother? I'm being respectful. What is he supposed to do every day? He's supposed to show people, no, dude, it's not the way he used to be, of course. What's the motivation to go fight a former UFC champion? What does he need? What does he need? What does Roy need to go in there and fight Anthony Pettis? A lot of people ain't never seen Showtime fight, but most of the time, Showtime was accredited for his kicks. You know what I'm saying? His kicks. He was a world champion. You know what I'm saying? Showtime did some flashy type striking techniques and kicks and stuff like that. But people need to understand, Roy's mentality is somewhat similar to that of Floyd Mayweather. Roy still believes in certain pockets of his boxing game. He still has it. Motivation? I don't know about that, bro. Like, he gets motivated. He getting a paycheck. Like, he still goes in there and trains. So with the trainer, he's still staying in some type of shape. He just had a virtual metaverse match with Indu Champ. He was in there with Mike Tyson, the Triller. And now he's about to step in there with Anthony Pettis once again. Is anybody asking, is Floyd Mayweather motivated? Yeah, just saying. He motivated because that check is cleared. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Coach said Big Crawford over EJ in this prediction. Now these aerosexual YouTube channels, like Fag None, is running his line as, drinking mouth. Shit. Man, for None, a line like a motherfucker, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's no holding back. Like, you're lying. You're always talking about, dude, stop telling people like your perspective on everything. Just like you had the audacity to try to ask Bill Haney, if you want me to look over the contract. No, he don't want you to look over shit. He have people that he's paying to look over that. Why would he give it to you? You copy it, and then when you and him have a falling out, you bring that shit to light. Well, let's talk about Bill Haney's contract. Me personally, I would never would have put my son in the contract like this. He always trying to put himself in positions that he's unqualified to be in. Nigga, just because you did some legal, it's certain layers to legality and what you're qualified and licensed as an attorney. You've never been in the sports realm where you have fighters under your as your clients. Never. But you always giving your perspective from a legal standpoint. Dude, you're not even licensed, man. But you always giving people, if it was me, I wouldn't do that. You was the same one sitting up here. Crawford wouldn't get damn near anything. So you're trying to go ahead and say you're going to advocate for a fighter who's in the hurt business, and they say the sport is a business first type of format, and you feel that Crawford should get the bare minimum, but yet you call yourself an attorney. You call yourself an attorney. You make it known all the time. Get the fuck out of here. You're not even qualified to speak on any type of boxing language because you're just not qualified. You don't have any clients in boxing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any credentials to stand on at the end of the day. Who have you did legal paperwork for? Who can vouch for you? Who? What fighter? If no fighter can vouch for you for none, let the damn attorney shit go. Because from my understanding in Texas, you're not even licensed in Texas, to be honest. You're not even licensed to practice law over there. So how long are you gonna ride this wave coming up with false information about fighters just to make a live stream? As far as his motivation goes, man, why would he have to get motivated for Anthony Pettis? Anthony Pettis is a mixed martial artist that's crossing over now to boxing. I mean, we've seen a lot of mixed martial artists come over here to boxing. Okay, perfect example. Last night, Diego the Nightmare Sanchez went in there and fought Austin Trout, right? Diego the Nightmare Sanchez is in the UFC Hall of Fame for his fight with what's this guy? Clay Guida, right? They had a crazy fight, all right? He's in there, and there's certain situations that bare knuckle fighting allow you to do certain type of techniques, like you can clinch behind the head and use your free hand to punch. You can't do that in boxing, but you can in bare knuckle fighting. It was certain instances where if Diego was in the cage and he blitzed, right, and let his hands go, he would get close enough in the cage to the point where he can get a hold of you and try to work for the takedown or work the clinch in some dirty boxing. When he was in there with Trout, who could move, who had superb defense, I'm not gonna lie to you, I seen Diego punches. I seen him from here. He was so slow. It was just different. Like Austin Trout was comfortable in that motherfucker. He was popping the jab, and then he forced Diego to freaking put up this crazy ass guard, and Austin was punching him through the guard like it was nothing. And he'll pop, 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 and then he'll go around the outside of Diego's left hand. It was just easy work. Flow. I mean, you talking about Roy motivated, dude? These mixed martial artists, boxing is different for them. They have switched from 4-ounce gloves to 10-ounce gloves, man. Come on, bro. 4-ounce gloves to 10-ounce gloves. Now, the good thing for Anthony Pettis, he's used to going 5 minutes around. Roy has been there, 3 minutes around. He's been there, done that. But Anthony Pettis, being a mixed martial artist, sweeping the cage. The cage is huge, so they know how to use their space adequately. I don't think Roy has to get overly motivated to fight Pettis. He doesn't have to do anything drastic. This is his fucking world. Has Anthony Pettis ever seen some punches like Roy? Has he ever seen that hook? Has he ever fought anybody like Roy? No. So motivation wise, he don't have to get ready for that. No, he's blessed. Roy's blessed, bro. He's blessed, man. I mean, like, I feel like his age, if he trains hard and only fights people that can't fight as good, then he should be all right. But yes, he should stay retired 29 years enough. I mean, I say people should take that same mentality with Floyd Mayweather. Why should Roy Jones go up here and fight somebody that's going to be extremely competitive? He's not trying to have those fights. He's trying to make money doing exhibitions. You know why? Because he's earned that right. He's earned that right to have exhibitions just like Floyd. I don't give a fuck how many of these people Floyd fight. I don't care. He's earned the right, 50-0, to go up here and fight whoever he feel like. If it's a Japanese fighter, a Thai fighter, a black fighter, white fighter, if it's an exhibition fight, I don't care. What more does the man have to be? The dude, he's one of the highest grossing athletes, right? What more do he has to do to prove that he can execute these exhibition bouts on his own terms? Just like Roy Jones. Don't fucking matter. If he's standing a little bit of shape here and there, man, Anthony Pettis ain't gonna come up there and try to knock Roy out like that. Come on, man. Anthony Pettis wasn't a knockout puncher in MMA. He wasn't. See, it's the difference having 4-ounce gloves now, and it's the difference having no gloves. Ask Austin Trout. Austin in there moving and grooving and goddamn cutting Diego Sanchez up like he's a chef. The reason why he didn't break his hands because his format, his standard is boxing. I mean, he was laughing and smiling. Man, he was giving, man, look at the pictures, bro. Look at freaking Diego Sanchez's pictures on the IG. You want to talk about blood drive? If you want to talk about blood drive now, I don't know who shed the most blood, and Red Cross was clicking their heels on the damn apron. I don't know who shed more blood. Badu Jack, when he was in there with Marcus Brown with that 12-6 cut, or Austin Trout fighting Diego Sanchez, because he had a huge cut over his face. It was blood. It was a cut in his scalp. It was fucking crazy, dog. Shout out to the XO Factory on deck in the building. What's good, OG? I didn't get the notification, but I'm on deck listening. Everyone remember smash the like. Appreciate you there, XO. Appreciate you. Salute to you, brother. Pop say W says got you cooking out of the living room, the office, doing some work through the house. Can't miss this one. Appreciate you there, Pop, for man. Hey, Greg Hardy put pause on how I seen Rothman Jr. in gloves, but not got knocked out 2 rounds in bare knuckle fighting last night. Listen, he fought Josh Richmond, right? I try to tell people this about football players. Football players, especially when Greg Hardy was coming up to the sport and the position that he played, he took damage. Real talk. People don't get it. A lot of football players go through what Greg Hardy is going through. It's not the fact that they don't have a chin. It's the fact that they've endured so many times over and over, mediated impact, collisions. These are collisions with fucking helmets. It don't matter if you 200, 300 pounds. Your head never changes the size unless it's damaged. That's the only time your head, or if you Erica, you know what I'm saying, your head changes size comparable to the motherfucking the temperature from the sun. You know what I'm saying? That shit is like solar power and shit. But anyway, back to the topic. When you're talking about football players like him, that's used to hitting, and that thin little impact, that cushion that they have, it's not the fact that Greg Hardy is weak. It's the fact that Greg Hardy has taken all that football and that punishment, and these dudes be getting knocked out. These dudes be getting knocked out. Like if you look at Greg Hardy in person, that motherfucker big boy. Richmond, big dude. Richmond hit him with right on his chin, dog. Hardy fell back. He was out, done, over. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. He was in the UFC. They have a look. They have a huge freaking push behind him in the UFC. Of course, they gave him an opportunity, and then he did the boxing where he outweighed Hasim Rahman Jr. That was a farce. You know what I'm saying? He got through that. I think Rahman Jr. could have knocked out Greg Hardy if he wanted to, and then he finds himself in bare knuckles with no gloves on, yo. Fighting some dudes that you wouldn't fuck with. That bare knuckle fighting is dudes that you won't fuck with in the streets. I'm talking about looking at their appearance and looking at the scars they have. These dudes are different. And then, of course, hold on for a second. Let me see. Hardy looked great in the boxing ring, but seeing him get knocked out was damn. As long as Holyfield stays the hell away from the ring, I'm good. That exhibition was disgraceful. Okay, good point. Solid fucking point. Holyfield looked his age, bro. And when he went in there and fought Vitor Belfort used to have some of the fastest fucking hands in mixed martial arts back in the day. He was a much more stockier built dude. But if you look at his highlight against Wanderlei Silva, oh my God. His hand speed was crazy, just like Austin Trout. Showing his defense, just like John Dobson, who in mixed martial arts, you know, he still had that speed, but now he don't have to worry about being a smaller guy and being taken down, you know, and shit like that. Now he can just close distance quickly and use that hand speed. But Holyfield, man, it's almost like his brain couldn't process the punches that was coming at him, and he looked bad. Please stay out the ring, Holyfield. Please stay out the ring, bro. Please. I didn't think Hardy looked good in the boxing ring. I think he looked good against a fighter who just was there to move around and not really take it to him. I'm confident that Hasim Rahman Jr. could have knocked out Greg Hardy too. I'm confident in that. All that football, that impact, collisions, nah, bro. Nah. They can't, they shit shut off. What happened when a fighter get knocked out in football? What happened? They take a knee, or they on their back, and people just look at it like, oh man, he took a hit, he just taking a breather. And before you know it, the camera pan off of him and they take him over to the sideline, and you never know what happened. Concussions, goddammit. Concussions. But in boxing, it's just you, one-on-one or one-on-one. You get hit, you go down, people say, oh shit, he knocked down. He knocked out. Oh my God. But in football, everybody crowd around you. Hey man, you okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? No, man. God damn. That motherfucker hit me hard. He caught me. That's why when they try to come over here to motherfucking boxing, no. That's a lot of bouncing around from different combat sports in a short time. It is, man. But if you're talking about Greg Hardy actually was training at a very prominent gym for mixed martial arts just to get his, you know, his technique down, to get used to the training regiment that they had. He put the time in. But when them 4-ounce gloves start to land and he get knocked out, okay, they was like, hey man, we gave you opportunity, boom, 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 it's time for you to go. And then, you know, he did his little boxing stint. Okay. Then he goes to bare knuckle fighting, and David Feldman, he's all about getting big names over there. Come on now. They all about getting big names over there. Greg Hardy, promo better than anybody. You know, he looks like he's feared. He's to be feared. But in there fighting with somebody his size, nah, man, he don't have a chin. Like, I wouldn't say he don't have a chin. He has CTE damage, and it hasn't started to affect him to the point where he has to go to the doctor. I mean, I'm just saying for him to stop fighting, because him getting knocked out like that, bro. When he got dropped the first round, oh my God, dog, he looked bad. Like when he was dropped the first round, I say, dog, they need to stop the fight. And then he went out there. He tried to come off the line, right? Because in BKFC you got to toe the line, and when the referee say knuckle up, that's when you fight. So he said knuckle up. He threw a jab. Before you know it, old boy got in close again. Pop! It was over, bro. It was over. You think Belfort would have had Chad Dawson in that boxing MMA thing they were gonna do? Chad Dawson is another fighter, man, who ended up, declining very, very quickly, man. Belfort, this is the one thing I can say about Belfort outside, because he came up during the TRT era. You know what I'm saying? And they end up banning TRT in mixed martial arts. So a lot of people say he wasn't the same fighter after he got off TRT. But we can never, ever discount the fact on how great of an athlete Vitor Belfort was. This man had John Jones locked in an elbow from the bottom position, dog. And what did I just say? Locked in an elbow. He had him locked in an armbar, fully extended, dog. Fully extended. He was so close to giving John Jones his first legitimate loss. Vitor is no joke, bro. I think he would have fucked Chad Dawson up. I'm not gonna lie. One thing that he was blessed with is his hands. Belfort he has hands. Very, very quick hands too. And when I found out that he was fighting Holyfield, the first thing I said was, look at Belfort's physique. Belfort's physique, he looked healthy. I mean, dude looked bulked up. I say, man, Evander Holyfield is getting knocked out. There's no way that he's going to be able to stand this shit with Holyfield. And he went in there and destroyed him, man. He didn't give a fuck about anything else. He went in there and destroyed him. Just like Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, he's most noted for his legendary MMA run. But then again, he did have boxing matches. A couple of boxing matches during that time. He lost you know what I'm saying? But you're talking about going against Tito Ortiz, who's another MMA legend, but he's not known for having any boxing. And that's why he got destroyed. Tito Ortiz got destroyed. But anyway, shout out to Austin Trout of all people. Shout out to Austin Trout, man. I was happy to see a boxer go in there to BKFC and look great, sharp, surgical. But I'm going to tell you, because I cover more than boxing now, he steps in there with Palomino. That's going to be a crazy ass fight, because the Baboon, they fight for the title. From what I understand, David Feldman was insinuating my neck, but look up Palomino, man. His wars with Justin Gaethje. Palomino is, man, one of my favorite fighters, man. Just based off the strength that this dude, he's a warrior. I ain't gonna lie. Just like Lorenzo Hunt, these cats are warriors, dog. And if him and Austin Trout fight, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a crazy ass fight, and that's gonna be a win-win for bare knuckle fighting. Just like Lorenzo Hunt, I put a short clip out there on IG, and I posted my interview with Lorenzo Hunt, all based off one of his first fights that he had in BKFC. Before he was champion, before he was 2-weight champion, the first to do it, all that. I was there. You didn't see any other YouTuber around that motherfucker, you know. I posted the interview on YouTube, bro. Now he's a goddamn world champion, and he's trying to fight for the heavyweight title. and become a 3-weight world champion in BKFC, dog. Shout out to the Juggernaut, man. You're a beast, dog. But hey, what do I know? I don't do anything. They want to talk about them views and shit. I'm on my motherfucking hunt mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my seek out and destroy shit. I'm tired of motherfuckers taking shit for granted and busy thinking it's easy just to power on the computer and get the microphone. No, dog, show some respect. I appreciate the ones who show respect though. Real talk, I do. Cause I don't never talk like that. But it's a lot of disrespectful shit to go on behind the scene that people don't know about. That they always want to talk about channels and shit. But what is your catalog looking like? How much footage you have of Williams and Roy Jones? How many? Just let me know. If it's my footage, I can brag about it. I'm not waiting on you to brag about it. It's my shit. I put in the work. I put in the time and days. Y'all busy up here. Oh, I got an interview with this person. When have you hit the road and covered the motherfucking fight, though? Since we on about this, bro, Jones versus Silva 23. Is Silva having him or his uncle Roy taking him out? Let me try to figure this out. Silva having him or his uncle Roy taking him out? So are you talking about Anderson Silva, Roy Jones? Anderson Silva, Roy Jones? If we're talking about Anderson Silva, Roy Jones, because you got to think about it. Anderson Silva, he was dropped by Jake Paul in the 9th round. Get the out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything can't happen. I'm not doing that, but I got Roy Jones against these mixed martial arts. You coming into his world now. I got Jones over Silva, bro. I got Jones over Anderson Silva. Both of them are older fighters. Both of them been knocked out in their career. Yes, sir. But I have to go with Roy Jones against Anderson Silva. Yes, sir. No doubt about it. I'll go with that. So that's the rumor mill you hearing that he's gonna be fighting Silva this year too. Because from what I understand, he's fighting Anthony Pettis next. That's what I'm hearing. If he had done that shit with Tyson in 21, he probably would have died. Hey, man, you got to understand, when they fought at Triller, Tyson tried to send that right hand. And that shit didn't have no reserve on it either. He tried to send that motherfucker, and Roy dipped up underneath it like it was cool. I understand where you're getting at. Like, Mike Tyson still has that motherfucking banger in him, man. Like, he still has that dynamite, that it factor. You know what I'm saying? He still has that energy. He still has that intimidation factor. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, bro, I've tried to get exhibitions with the legends because I speak to some because of the posters I make. But if they aren't holding back and go for knockout, it's just wrong and dangerous fun for not paying. They should be holding back in exhibitions, though. Whoever you may be. They should just make it an exhibition. You know, like Mike Tyson held up that that previous boxer, I forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? He hit him and the dude was about to fall back and Mike held him up. Just like Floyd Mayweather held up Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Floyd did hurt Logan Paul and Logan Paul was about to fall on his face and Floyd held him up. I guess it's a common decency, common respect. You know, it got to the point where Logan Paul had to ask Floyd, chill. It's an exhibition, man. You know, you fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? You fucking me up. Period. That's what it is, man. Well, y'all been great, man. Thank you for pulling up. Hey, Dub, I don't know who you are. I don't, you being a fighter and everything. If you say you're a fighter, whatever, but appreciate you pulling up, man. Thanks for the interaction or whatever. Because on this YouTube, you can be anybody. You can be a fighter, you can be a legend, you can be anybody. No one will never know. You know what I'm saying? Because people come here on certain accounts, dog. Hold up for a second. Person has full petrol. He always fully charged when he fights. I speak to James Toney from time to time. Tony should enjoy retirement. But that's a mistake from Mike. Yeah, I'm curious to know if James Toney and Mike Tyson can maintain a cordial exhibition. Because James Toney, one thing about him, he has that switch. That only, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he can do an exhibition and Mike touch him the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit rougher than Tony would think. He's trying to stun him. Tony's like, before you know it, it's a full blown out fight. You know what I'm saying? They got to bring in the extra referees from the front row. Hey, get in here. Get in there, security. Security, get in. They have to break them dudes up, man. Both of them biting each other, goddamn scratching their eyes out and shit, dog. Throwing elbows. That's an exhibition I don't want to see. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see James Toney until I think he's in sound mind to be able to handle someone like Mike. I don't know, man. Mike, he gives me that vibe that at any given time, he want to test you. You know what I'm saying? He want to test you. He still believe he can do it. Mike is a wild boy, man. Like, come on, bro. Those little edited clips they have with Mike on a hot boxing, that shit is hilarious. I wouldn't want to see Tony and Mike. I ain't gonna lie, man, because I think one thing about Lights Out, he has that switch, and Mike catch him on the chin or something, or bang him to the body just a little bit harder than he expect. Tony gonna really start trying to set some shit up. James Toney gonna really try to start to set his shots up, man. He said, okay, all right, Mike, all right, this ain't no exhibition. I see what you trying to do. You trying to make Lights Out look crazy, man? You trying to make Lights Out look crazy? Okay. And that's when Tony get in his shit. That's when Tony get in his shit. I don't want to see that fight, man. Please, nobody sanction that exhibition. Not sanction it, but I'm just saying, nobody promote that motherfucker. Somebody can get seriously hurt, dog. He say he wants to come back. I don't want him, but I say I'm only working on it for an exhibition, nothing else. Yeah, man. I hope he come back strictly for an exhibition. I watched Tony. He's been getting in shape. He's a Facebook friend of mine. I watch him. He done drop some weight, a lot of weight and stuff. I've been watching Tony, man, but I'm not gonna be the one to step in for an exhibition. Me and him around, he's not too far off. He might weigh a little bit more than me or whatever, but I ain't stepping in that motherfucker no James Toney. Hell no. I ain't trying to be on this motherfucker drooling and shit. I told y'all I could do it. I told y'all I could do it. Be like, bro, hell no, dog. Hell no. That ain't happening. But y'all been great, though. Big salute to the ones who pulled up on a Saturday. I know it's a long weekend for a lot of y'all, man. President's Day, whoever celebrates that shit. President's Day, man. Do what you do, how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Just understand one thing, that you're going to see more and more information and more rhetoric spewed out here about, Roy, 150, Team Williams, whatever the case may be. You're going to see the shit. All I'm saying is, They said it earlier in the chat about people still being mad because he didn't kiss Errol Spence's ass. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Errol Spence can say fuck all the legends when he's supposed to be respecting, paying homage to him. If a legend is considered a legend, they've earned that title somehow, some way. So when it boils down to it, if you haven't earned that status yet, and they're critiquing you, and then I don't believe they're doing it out of any type of malice. It's just these individuals feel like they have every right. They have every right. They've covered every freaking area when it comes to the sport of boxing to give you constructive criticism or criticism, period. So if you choose to ignore it and don't like it, that's you just being stubborn, selfish, and you know, you don't want to hear what they have to say. You don't want to hear their opinion. So whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I mean, what weight though? Does the weight matter? Does the weight matter? Does the name matter? And how far are you looking out for this fight to happen, the exhibition to happen? Like, what weight? If it even matters for exhibition. What is a roundabout weight? 235, 40, 260. You know what I'm saying? Because we talking about James Toney now. Shit. One of the best inside boxers ever. One of the best dirty boxers ever on the inside. The dirty boxing game was just lethal. I don't want to bring nobody. I don't want to get nobody that haven't really boxed on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And being there shitting on themselves and talking about, I ain't never been hit like that. He was hitting me in my navel, my motherfucking ribs, my kidneys feel like they was just different altogether. Goddamn James Toney had you goddamn defecate on yourself, dog. Can I get a baby wipe, please? A package of baby wipes and a diaper. Yes, please. Bring it in the ring ASAP. And 3 bottles of water. We have to clean this shit up before he wakes up. Out of all the legends, bro, who you want back? Legends? It's all about how long they've been out the ring. Who would I want back to fight that I feel is capable of fighting as a legend? As a legend. Man, the one person I like to see, you know, come back in the ring, because I feel that he just have that it factor all the time, is Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson makes the best videos. The way they edit their videos. Him going side to side, giving you that windshield wiper. Bop, 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 bop. And then his mitt man acting like he ain't never held no mitts for Mike. Oh, shit. Going back, yeah, I like to see Mike. Oh, 215, 220? Okay. Damn. Tony down to 215, 220, huh? That's what's up. That's what's up. They're lights out. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I have to find somebody that, first of all, doesn't have duct tape on their chin, because it's a good possibility they might, you know, have to, you know, have some reconstructive surgeries all over it. I don't want them sucking through a straw. I'll let you know, man. Yogi, plus, let me see something right quick. Hold on for a second, yeah. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute, man. Hold on for a minute, man. Just looking up something right quick, shawty. Okay. Okay, we good. Hey, salute to y'all, man. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. One for tuning up, and thanks for the super chat. Continue to support the channel. If so, that'll catch. And tune in for the next live. I'm out.